Okay, good evening, everybody, and welcome to JPTV. And pleased to say that JPTV normal service resumes here as we're here for round 9 of the F2 Championship live from Singapore. So, as ever, I shall give you a rundown of the drivers and constructors standings. So, we're leading the championship is VSR Francis with 66 points, but I do believe because of his connection issues, but he has been removed from the league, which is very unfortunate for the championship, but it's one of those things. So Lambo is theoretically the championship leader on 64 points. Um, Odems or VSR Merck is on 49 points. He's missed the last two or three races, I believe, because of illness, but it's still in third place. MK in fourth with 49. It's quite close behind him with Aaron in with 39 points. Frome in P6 with 30 points. Lego Minecraft with 28. Lewis with 27. And Tom AJ with 26. TTG Poe with 24 points. So that's just the top 10 of the driver standings. I will give you the constructors now. So Lego Minecraft and Francis, the Force India team, but it's obviously just Lego Minecraft at the minute. They're leading the way with 94 points. Lambo and Poe in second place with 82. 83. Then Oliver Vale and Marquez with 67. Tom and AMK with 66. Then it's Josh and Lewis with 61. Then it's Joe and Ewan with 53. And then it's Frome and Green with 37. QPR, Beast and Boy with No Face with 34. And Tusmus and Jake with 18. And Hellboy and Mick with 8. But I believe Hellboy is no longer in the league as well. So that is me giving you the updated information of the driver standings, of the drivers and constructors standings. So yeah, let's talk a little bit about the track tonight. As we're here for round 9, so it's three races left of the season. Tonight, then Brazil next week, and Abu Dhabi, where the season will end. So yeah, if you've been watching any of the other streams this week, you probably have heard, or my stream last night actually, you probably would notice that there is an issue on this track, or depending on your opinion, about the issues with the pad. That's if and overheating the tyres. Yeah, I've raced it twice this week in FP and F6, and yeah, in my opinion, it is a little bit of an issue. There's the three tyre compounds are ultras, hypers, so hypersofts, ultras, and soft compounds. But really, if you're on pad, even if you're on wheel hypers, are not really going to be much of an option for you. So yeah, if you're a pad user, you're going to have massive problems with keeping the tyre temps in in optimum temperature. Don't know why it is. I couldn't tell you, but and actually some people think it's a myth to begin with. But I spoke to a lot of pad users over this past week, and yeah, they seem to think that it is an issue. It says that ultra softs can go to lap 12, but to be honest with you, they if you're like I said, if you're on pad, they give up well before them. Lucky to get them to lap 7 or 8. And actually, in the F3 race last night, even the people who took those ultras or started on ultras, even by lap 6, they were struggling with pace. So yeah, that will be an issue if you're using the pad. If it's rain tonight, it does level the playing field out slightly. There's not much of an issue, but yeah, that is yeah. So yeah, that is the issue for the drivers on pad tonight. So unfortunately, we only seem to have it's 1 minute past 8, and only seem to have 12 drivers in the on the grid on the lobby. So that could be a shame, but it is what it is, and we'll just have to carry on. So yeah, and hopefully it's an enjoyable race. Wasn't many drivers in F3 last night, and the fact that I think it was same in F6, but both races were very entertaining. So I don't think the lack of numbers should be an issue really. Hopefully. So yeah, it's 2 minutes past 8 now. So hopefully, um, well, I mean, Lewis, that's you're not really. You can't really tell me that. I'm not really going to do with it. You need to tell Frome. So yeah, hopefully we'll be underway shortly. But I believe. Um, right. Okay. Let me see if I. Well, I mean, if you can't get in the lobby, Lewis, there's not much I can do, to be honest. Um, I'll I'll message Frome, but there's not a lot I can do about that. I don't think that must be your end because everyone else is in the lobby. And actually, it says it's exactly the same thing for me as well, to be honest. So I can't type either. Okay, so yeah, I think we're gonna have a slight delay, unfortunately, because of PSN issues, but hopefully it won't be too much. Okay, so I've heard from the man himself, Rome. He's going to keep trying, but it's not looking good at the minute. So we might not even have a race tonight. But we're gonna hold on for a while and see if we can rectify the situation. By the way, guys, I am feeling slightly under the weather tonight, so apologies for that. And I've not had much sleep in the last 2 days, so yeah. But I shall carry on regardless. Just want to say while we're waiting, thanks to Matt and Hope for filling in for me over the last few weeks. But like I said, normal service resumes on JPTV, and hopefully I'll be with you for the rest of the season. And yeah, who knows what will happen next season? But yeah, but for now, I shall be broadcasting F2. Um, but I don't know if I'm going to be broadcasting anything tonight. It seems, but we shall see. I would have been going for 16 minutes this stream, and yeah, no action. It's now 8:05, so we can't wait too much longer. Especially if it's a wet race, because it'll be going on forever. Could be one of my longest streams ever if it goes on, if it rains. Yeah, first first night race of the season, and probably only night race of the season if you don't include Abu Dhabi. That's like starts in the day and ends in the night. 31 laps around the Marina Bay circuit. Oh, excuse me. So I don't know whether the F1 stream is having similar issues to us, but yeah, we'll hang bear with it for a few more minutes and see how you get on. Yes, there's been some issues over the last couple of days with PSN. The F5 stream last night. Oh, unlucky. The F5 stream last night. The whole there was a massive well, the lobby crashed, to be honest. So yeah, they're going to be racing again on Thursday night. Whether we're going to have a similar situation here or not, I don't know. But yeah, but yeah, it seems that either Codemasters servers or PSN, it just seems to be a bit rubbish over the last couple of days. Okay, PS4 is down apparently. Well, I don't know what to make of that because, well, obviously I'm in the lobby. My stream is still going as far as I know. So, yeah, well, I do know there's an issue at the minute with some drivers not be able to get into a lobby. I had 12 drivers here, which is obviously a low turnout. But obviously, I know there's at least 3 drivers not able to. Okay, right, I see. So yeah, there's at least 3 or 4 drivers not able to get into the lobby. So it is coming up to 10 past 8. So yeah, I mean, we need if we're going to be going, we need to be going pretty soon. So yeah, I'm not in the F2 chat. So unfortunately, I'm not getting the most up to date information really. But we will see. And it looks like we could be going. No, we're not. Sorry, I just thought I saw the clock flash up then for a second. No, I have been speaking to Frome a few minutes ago, so hopefully it'll let me know if something's going to happen or not. I'll message him now and see what I can find out. Ah, right, yeah, I can't connect to the network either, so yeah, I'm not sure if we're going to be going, if we're going to be racing tonight. Although actually, my message is sent now, so I'm going to check the F1 stream a minute, see if I've got any other sort of issues.
Of the season. Well, I would say Leon. To be honest, I didn't. He had impressive performances in F2 and
So
F4
yeah,
to F3. Apologies if I mix it up, but he had
F1's
a lot
not
of
started
points
yet
going into
either,
this championship.
so
But yeah, it's just not worked out for him. So I would say that is the most surprising thing. I really expected Leon to, be a good competitor in the sort of lower orders of the top 10.
right, okay. So I've just heard that if it doesn't get going in the next 5 minutes,
In
we're
the
going to
points.
cancel.
He's had some bad luck. I mean,
But
in
yeah,
Belgium, he really,
F1 having the same sort of
really
issues
squeaked
as
in the latter
well.
points. He kind of messed that up a little bit. He avoided all the carnage. 6 retirements and still don't get the points. That's just horrific luck. Still got 15. So we'll have to see if we'll get a. Because the thing is, most of the grid is in the lobby. We've got 15 drivers, so that is, in terms of the majority, it is kind of enough to go. So hopefully it'll be a majority decision. And I can't speak for the admins PSGL F1 because I'm sure they'll make the call they feel is the right one. But I think there would be a strong case for just going, just trying to at least attempt to get a race going. But given that one of the title contenders is in the lobby, I kind of understand what their hesitance may be. But we'll have to see. And yes, Leon, you completely right. You did a great job in the other league you were in last night.
Okay, so a couple of drivers have
I'm just
left the
gonna
lobby.
just so it's. I'm just gonna replay the intro, but just
So
muted,
yeah,
just to give
that's
you
not a
something
good
on the
sign.
screen.
So
So
yeah,
the track. I'll obviously stop it
I
as
don't
soon
think
as
we're going to go ahead, guys. But
if the
I
lobby
will
gets
keep
going.
an
Let's just
eye
give you something on the screen.
for the minute.
Otherwise, you're just staring at
I'll
the
keep going for the minute
admittedly
until
beautiful
I get
skyline
confirmation.
of Singapore. I'd love to go there one day. But we may as well discuss some of the elements of this race, and one of those is, of course, the fact that tyre temperatures have really played a role in this race, far more than any other race so far this season. Those on the wheel, they may be struggling with rear tyre temperatures, but those on the pad will be struggling. But with the superior turning circle of the wheel, they'll be able to handle that slightly better than those on the pad. So those on the pad, like a Blizzard, Lewis, they may be struggling a bit around this circuit. As we await to see what happens. Well, I appreciate the sentiment, Jack. Well, this is definitely a first. It's the first time I've had to play the intro twice in this stream. But yeah, it's just in the background at the moment, just to give you something. I replay it a few times as we wait. So we've got 15 drivers in the lobby. That is the majority of the field available. So we'll have to see what the admins decide to do. See who are we missing. Looks like Jack Lacey and Lewis are the two that are missing so far. For those of you who are late joining, you'll get a reminder what the current championship positions are. So yeah, the tyre temperatures really caught a lot of people off guard, I have to admit, including myself.
So yeah, 27 minutes into this stream, and all you have to listen to for those 27 minutes is me talking rubbish, basically. But yeah, I mean, it doesn't look like it's going ahead. There's two less drivers in the lobby now than there was when the stream first started. I haven't confirmation yet, but Frame did say to me at 8:10 we're going to give it 5 minutes, and it was gone those 5 minutes now. So I don't think it's going ahead. It's got 11 drivers though, so one more has gone into the lobby. Let's see. So going to give it till 8:20. So in the F1 stream, they've got 15 out of the 20 drivers, so they're having better luck than we are. But yeah, but it's unfortunate really because I could really do with getting an early night tonight. So it's not good for me, but anyway, it is what it is. and almost half hour now into the stream, and all you've seen is a screen with some drivers in it. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna keep an eye on the F1 stream and see what I can find that from there. But it looks like they're in the same sort of in
Lewis
same
Hamilton.
sort
That
of
was a real turning point of the season.
state we are really.
It was this season as well, it has to be said. Lewis asks, F6 for me next season? No, because I would never race on Saturdays. I have, contrary to what someone like Josh would say, I do have a social life. So, I go out at the weekend a lot. So there's no way I'd ever race Saturdays. Bring back the sling. Yeah, bring it on, Chulo. I'd love to see it back. I'd love to see the sling back. It would certainly add a bit of personality to the track. I mean, to be fair, the replacement's not too bad. It's a very flowing circuit. I do enjoy racing here. I definitely enjoy racing here. I mean, I had one of my best ever drives here in PSGL. In my very first season, I crashed in qualifying. So I think I started 17th or 18th in F3, and then I got onto the podium. It was one of my best ever drives, I have to say. Jack asks, who's my prediction to move up to F1? Well,
Yeah, so F1 in the same boat as we are for the minute. So yeah, not looking good. Might not have any action at PSGL tonight, which would be unfortunate. I don't know whether the race would be rerun on another night or whether we're going to add it on to the end of the season. But I think that the end of the last race of the season is sort of way midway through December. So I mean, if it was to add it on to the end of the season, that would be. Let me have a quick look at the calendar. It has been done in previous seasons where there's been issues, not people not able to race for whatever reason. So, and we've added on to the end of the season. But if he was to add it on, then it would be the 17th of December. So it's not too bad. I mean, it could be done, but whether they will decide to do that or not, or they're going to try and race another night this week, I don't know. Obviously, I'm not really an admin, so I don't really have any input or any knowledge about situations like that. But we will see. It's now 20 past 8. 12 drivers back in the lobby, so two drivers have been able to join, but still, still less than that we was able to that we thought we was going to have. But obviously, Lewis said that Aerodems couldn't join, but he is in the lobby now. Um, okay. Unfortunately, I can't, Lewis. It's not let me select you. I got, yeah, I don't think it's my internet. I think it's just not It's not loaded up any of my friend list, so unfortunately I can't do that. You can have one more driver who's able to join the lobby, but it is now 22 minutes past 8. Let's see if it F1 stream is well. If F1 races managed to go yet? No, they still haven't started the race yet. So yeah, it could be a long night, guys. In hi Lewis. Well, I can tell the F1 stream is having the same problem as we are, because obviously you'd be watching that if there was racing. So yeah, both streams, or both F1, F2, having similar issues tonight. I hope we're going to be going very soon because yeah, like I said, I could do with getting an early night to be honest, but because I'm not feeling very well. But we also see. Hopefully, we'll then get some action underway. I mean, it's 13 drivers, so well over half a grid um, in the lobby. But well, actually, it's 12 because obviously I haven't pressed spectate yet. So yeah, it's 12 drivers. So yeah, over half a grid, but still quite a bit less than we would like. But apparently F1 is going. Let's see if I can find what they're doing. And even my there we go. No, they're still in the same position. They're not actually started qualifying yet, as far as I can tell.
I don't think there's a window to do another race before Christmas.
Um, Not as far as I know, Lewis. Look at PS4. Right. Okay. Well. Yeah. Well, it doesn't. Judging by that, it doesn't look like we're going to be going. But I'm gonna hang around until I get confirmation from Chrome. Tell me, tell me if it is not. But let me. I'll just message him now. See what he says. He says going to give it to 8:20 past 8. It's now 25 past. I am in the community chat on Twitter, so I wonder if anything's there. A big season F2 party for some reason. Okay, so I got a message from Oliver Vale saying that all the PSN is red. So I don't know if that's Flasky plays on the stream or not. I don't know, but yeah, I don't really know to be honest. Um, I'm trying to find out what's happening. Yeah, so details in both streams are a bit well on the commentators chat. It's a bit sketchy. I don't know whether everything's going ahead. F1 still hasn't gone yet, so yeah, it's not looking good. If that's you, Oliver Vell, Flasky Plays, I have just checked Twitter, yeah, so, but I'm in the commentators chat on Twitter as well, so, yeah, I just want to, also I'll keep going until I get confirmed whether we're gonna go or not. I'm just messaged Frome, not had anything back yet. And actually, I just noticed that we're down to 11 drivers again. So yeah, someone's been who's left the lobby. Maybe I should race. Oh, Lewis has got in the lobby. I didn't notice that. So yeah, but still won't have 12 drivers. So F1 still hasn't gone. Oh, yeah, it could be going ahead. 5 drivers have read it up. So we might be racing. Okay, we might have a race on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. Let's check F1. Yeah, F1 still not started yet, so I don't know whether we're going to head or not, but looks like we are. Anyway, so yeah, 41 minutes into my stream, and we're going to see some action, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah. And if it starts, if it has a full rep race, I'm literally going to cry. I think people didn't get into the lobby, but I think they're just going to decide to carry on anyway. So it is a dry qualifying session, and only 12 drivers here. So yeah, but like I said, we only had 12 drivers on Saturday night in F6. Yeah, unfortunately, Ollie, I do feel your pain. I mean, I lagged out on Saturday night, and the first time ever, and yeah, cost me a decent result really. But yeah, so I feel your pain, man. But unfortunately, mate, it's not really up to me. You had to take it up with the admins, I'm afraid. Um, yeah, so unfortunate for you, but we are going. Although no cars have come out to the track yet, so everyone Oh, Lewis, one, I'm disappointed that you told me that, and two, I'm not impressed. I want to go to bed. Already 8:30, so yeah, and I think we're going to have a Sauber of Erin coming out on track, or is it McLaren? It is McLaren of. Yeah, it's the AMK's McLaren first route on track. So I do believe that most of the drivers on the grid do use a wheel. I think there's only about 2 or 3 drivers that do use a pad. So um, yeah, so but I think NK does use a wheel, so he shouldn't have too much issue with any tyre degradation. Oh, that's not degradation. Temperatures. We're all going for the ultras except. Oh no, is it? Sorry, I can't really tell from the screen. Yeah, we're all most of them got the hypers actually, which is very surprising. In fact, actually, to be fair, if it's a full rep race, then yeah, it makes sense to get out of the hypers actually because you don't need to use them during the race. But yeah, so oh no, and Lewis has been disqualified from blocking the pit lane. How can you do that? That is amazing. But anyway, I don't. That must be impossible to do. I think how has he done that? He's not even done an outlap. Well, that's unfortunate. But AMK now is going to come around the last corner to start his first flying lap. As goes around turn 1 now, it took the tight line there and get a wide exit. As has done to turn 2, hitting the apex, and yeah, giving some space there for the wall. Very unforgiving track this. If you do make a mistake, it is going to cost you not only in time, but maybe some carbon fibre as well. So yeah, we could see multiple pit stops for damage here. Yeah, interestingly, no safety car. Well, you have a safety car in FP, didn't they? So, or did they? I can't remember now. But yeah, last one. Yeah. So AMK coming down the back straight now, and he's hit that apex nicely again. Getting very close to the wall, it has to be said, but not too much drama, I don't think. Oh, and he's going to lose time there. He's hit that wall, but no damage. But yeah, I don't know whether he's going to carry on or not. But we shall see. No, and he's going to go in the pit lane. And Tom was the next person to come up behind him, so he is in the hypersofts, and he's going to be the first one to cross the line. And obviously he goes pole with 1:36.4. Let me see if I go King Mick, not too far from the crossing line. Then the Red Bull also in the hypersofts. And he goes pole with 1:36.2. Louis, aka QPR Beast, in the Mercedes, also in the Hypers. Yeah, he's hit that wall. Lambert's gone pole with 1:36.2, 1-2. And QPR Beast, 1-1. There's 35, sorry, I thought it said 36, 35. I don't give mods out, Martin. But I will rectify my mic before we start the race. Let me see if I can find someone who'd like to complete a lap. He's already completed. So Throne will be finishing a lap soon. through sector 2 now. There's a yellow flag there, but I'm going to stay in fourth with Throne. So John Henry had a unfortunate lap where he's gone 2 minutes, so he's obviously had an incident. I'm going to treat that as being technically deserved, to be honest, Martin. Frome has binned his lap. So yeah, going forward with Tusmus, he's about to start his final lap. So only 6 drivers setting on lap so far. And QPRB's 11 minutes gone in this qualifying session. Provisional pole sitter with 1:36.1. I can't remember the last time Tusmus actually finished the race, to be honest, but I've not been here for the last few weeks, so maybe he's finished the race during that time. But he's on the Hypersoft. I think everyone actually is on the Hypersoft tyres now. But obviously, if it's a full wet race, that would explain why. Obviously, tyre management is not going to be so much as an issue. But yeah, he's hitting the apexes nicely there. But yeah, it doesn't look like it's going to be an amazingly quick lap, but it looks like he's done reasonably as he goes down the Anderson Bridge. I'm just going to check the F1 stream, see if they're going. And yeah, F1 has started going now, so but Tusmus now is finishing P7. Joe Lanu actually has done another lap and he's gone into 3rd place at the minute. And Aaron's gone into 4th actually, so yeah, decent lap from Aaron there, whereas AMK must be on a lap soon. I think this could be, I know it is actually his final lap. And did see he was an out lap earlier, so he been his original lap because he contacted Wall on a few occasions. So second turn lucky for the McLaren driver. And I think he switched from the ultras to the hypers as well as he goes down at Anderson Bridge. There's a yellow flag in sector 2, but I'm going to ignore that for the time being. So, given that there's only 12 drivers on the grid, there's a good chance that everyone will be scoring points tonight if we get at least 2 people retiring, which can easily happen on this track. MK, he's quick enough, but he's very scruffy. He's getting very close to the wall, that has to be said. So, yeah, whether he's going to continue, and he's done it again. In fact, whether he's going to continue around or not, I don't know. He is going to continue, and he's going to pole. I cannot believe that was a pole there from 1:35.0. I mean, he hit the wall on 2 or 3 occasions at least, from what I saw. I drew it halfway through, and that was it. Well, maybe you might as well just bounce up the wall each time and hope for the best. Odem, he hasn't set a lap yet, but what can he do? So that is still on board with him. Looks like he's on a very quick lap at the minute. And he's coming towards he's getting more yellow flags, but I'm going to stick him forward to the drivers as they do their laps. He's got traffic in front of him, but they should get out of the way before he gets to them. And Odems goes pole with 1:34.8, so great lap from Odems there. Actually, going back to his original name, not the VSR Marquez that he used to race in this league. But from now, can he actually set a lap? Only driver not to set a lap so far. I have to say, quite a big gap from Odems with 134.8 to Boy No Face. Josh as we know in 137.2. Yeah, so yeah, big gap there between first and 10th place. Chrome, can he put himself into the mix? That's only good enough for P7, so excuse me. Ooh, excuse me. It's just over 6 minutes left in the session, and I'm going to rectify my mic right at this stage. Okay, that should be better. Alright, let's see if I can find someone on a lap. Odem's just pitted. Maybe Louis, he must be on a lap somewhere. I think he is. Actually, coming down towards what used to be the Singapore Sling. And he heads down now to the straight, which is the Anderson Bridge. And he's actually got on the ultra soft tyres, so interesting strategy that. I'm not sure why he would do that if it's going to be raining during the race, but you never know. So, yeah, see what this, if he can improve on that. He's coming on a 35.1 in P3. And he heads down towards the last corner now, and he's decided to abandon that lap. Lambo, he's towards the end of the lap, so that's a good time in there. The Toro Rosso driver hasn't got his teammate with him tonight, Poe, unfortunately. I'm not sure why, maybe had the same issues as everyone else did. And it's a great time because he abandoned that lap as well. Top AJ, let's see where you can what you can do. So there's some advantage to AMK and Tom and Chrome, who have already done a race around here this week, although it was like nearly a week ago, last Tuesday in FP. But I'm sure where they gained some valuable experience going around that track last week. So Tom now coming down the Anderson Bridge, former F6 champion, well it's still current F6 champion to be honest, but not in F6 anymore obviously. And yeah. So coming down to this tight section here, he's been coming through the tunnel, he's avoiding the walls unlike his proud teammate MK. Currently in P8 in 135.9. And he improved this time around, as you see, as he heads towards the last corner now. Made slight contact with the wall, but no dramas, and that's a banger as well. So yeah, I'm not getting the best of luck with these laps. Tusmus, is he on a lap? Just could be the start of a lap, to be honest. Currently in P5, 135.2. So 3 minutes left in the session. I might need to get another beer because it's going to be a long race. I'm dying. I've got some work to do tomorrow, but definitely go with Wednesday, to be honest. But anyway, enough about me and my road. Tusmus having a moment there, yeah, and that lap is ended, unfortunately. I think it's going to carry on, but it's not going to improve. Lewis, I really did not want to know whether for the race because I liked not knowing the weather, Lewis. I told you this so many times before, you douche. But it doesn't matter. Yeah, keep that information to yourself next time. You've watched enough of my streams to know that I don't like knowing the weather before the race. That's it, Lewis. I'm gonna get a mod on my channel and I'm gonna delete your messages. This is very frustrating. Those customers go into the pits. I think John Lemon is coming around the last corner now. And he goes pole with 1:34.7. So obviously him and Odin on the 1:34s in a minute. So it's a very impressive lap there from the former F1 driver. Let's see if I can pick up his Sauber teammate. As he comes around the last corner now, cutting in P7. It doesn't improve, so that might just be an outlap, so I'm going to stay on board with him. Okay, yeah, I'm going to stay on board with Aaron for a minute, I think. So coming down the DRS straight. Yeah, hits the apex of that corner. That should not be in a validation, but it can be if you run too wide there, but I think you've got away with that. And yeah, hitting those apexes at every corner as it comes down to what I said a little bit ago was it used to be the C4 sting, but cut that corner, but I think he might have get away with that. And he heads down towards the Anderson Bridge. Taking a bit of a tight line there, getting a good exit. And no, that's what sorry, I thought I saw some of the pole there, but no. And yeah, decent lap going from him so far. He heads towards the tight turning section, towards the tunnel. Again, he's boarding those walls. Yeah, looks like he's taking that nicely. A bit slow on entry there, but looks like he had a decent exit. And it heads towards down to the last corner. You got a flag. Jordan who has retired, so obviously didn't improve. And the session has actually finished. So I'm going to see where AMK is, and that he's abandoned that lap. Aaron's qualified in P3. QRB's gone pole. I'm going to stand ball with Odems because he's got actually on a decent lap at the minute. Apparently, according to sources in the stream, but Louis 1:34.8. No, sorry, 1:34.6. Sorry. Lambo with 1:34.5. Odems got in pole position. He does 1:34.2. Can anybody beat that? I think Josh is on the one on a lap. I don't think he's beating it. So Odems on his first race since returning from illness has got pole around here at Singapore. So there is your qualifying there. Odems in pole position, Lambo in second, Cooper Beast in third, John Lemon in fourth, Aaron fifth, NK disappointed with that, I think he'll be in P6, Tusmith P7, Throne P8, Tom P9, King Mick P10, and Josh Boy with no face in P11, and Lewis, who was disqualified for blocking the pit lane in AI mode apparently in P12. So everyone qualified on the Hypersofts. It is going to be a full wet race apparently. So yeah, I don't know if you're planning to stick around, guys, to watch a stream, but if you do, get a drink now while you still can, or maybe just watch Titanic or something, and this race will still be going by the time you get back. But anyway, so yeah, well, it was very much full wet conditions So I mean that does bring the pad users back into the equation, as yeah, there's not going to be so much of an issue with obviously with overheating tires. I would say it probably is going to be a one stop if it's a full wet race. So yeah, it's not going to be so much. What's the word I'm looking for? So much drama as far as strategy is concerned. Um, because like, people might do the two stop, but I doubt it, and I don't think it's going to be quicker than a one stop anyway. Apparently, it's going to be full wet. It's not going to be any inters at all. So we shall see. So I'm just going to double check what tyres are on. Yeah, it's all everyone's going for the full wet. So yeah, definitely full wet conditions at the minute. The track is absolutely soaking. So we could see another Raikkonen, Vettel, and Verstappen situation here on turn one, which is pretty bad in the best of times, but never mind when it's chucking it down like this. Me myself personally, I love conditions like this, especially at a track like this. I think I would have done pretty well in the F6 if I. Oh my god, yeah, I would have struggling on formation of that. I think I would have done pretty well in my F6 race if I didn't lag out, but yeah, these things happen, unfortunately. So Odem's leading the pack. He's pulled away quite well actually from the other drivers, not hanging around. So he could find himself waiting on the start line for a long time. Well, Poe has joined, but I think it's going to be too late for him to get a car. Yeah, his car will not be on the grid, so unfortunately Poe, hello racer, unfortunately he's not going to be able to race tonight. He's only 55 minutes late, so yeah, unfortunate for him. Yeah, not like 20 seconds. I was 20 seconds late for the FP race here last season, and I couldn't get in. They wouldn't let me race. So yeah, I was pretty disappointed about that. But yeah. So yeah, Odems, the pack has closed up slightly. So yeah, should be, and yeah, I think there's been a collision between A and K and Aaron because they're both disqualified, but I don't think that's going to be major. I don't think the formation lap is that much of a big deal as people make out. But yeah, people choose to approach it differently, I think. So, but yeah, it's just a new thing that drivers had to contend with in this game, as all the drivers have lined up now. We can see the hash is parts of the back of the grid, so hopefully Charlie will get this race started very quickly, as it's 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and away we go here at Singapore. And oh my god, it's a very slow start from Odems. I don't know what's happened there, and he's been jumped by 1, 2, 3, 4 drivers, and Lambo has gone to the lead of this race, and Odems going very wide at turn 1, and yeah, I don't know what's happened there. Maybe he didn't engage his clutch or what, I don't know. But yeah, he's down to P5 already. The Lambo leads this race on lap 1 with Cupar Beast in second, John Allen in third, and AMK in fourth. Disaster for Odems. Aaron in P6, King Nick in P7, Foreman in P8, Lewis in P9, making up places from the grid. Tom in P10, and Tusmus and Joshua Boy with no face in P11 and P12. So Lewis making a great start, making up 3 positions on the start of the race. But Lambo leading this race now ahead of Cupar Beast as Lewis gets past flying Frobes, and Lewis on a massive charge here at the early stages of this Grand Prix. But disaster for pole setter Odems. I don't know what happened. Didn't seem to get his foot on an accelerator. Maybe it was maybe he stalled. I don't know. But yeah, so dramatic first few corners here, as actually Odems now gets passed back, gets past MK, so he's making up ground, but he's lost. He's already a second behind Jono and MK looks to go back on the inside. Bit of contact, but no wing damage, I believe. But, oh my god, my team's about to turn off. There we go, sort that out. MK has got back past Odems, but no, Odems hanging around, but Odems, oh no! Contact the wall, don't think there's any damage, but Odems struggling a little bit, and there's a train behind Aaron. He's got King Mick and Lewis behind him. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cars, 6 cars actually, all in a line there. But Odems and MK having a great battle as Lambo obviously does the fastest lap of the race. But it looks like everyone, apart from Odems, really has got a clean start. There's no one's made a pit stop on lap 1 of this Grand Prix yet. So it looks like everyone has got away unscathed. But Lewis has been making a great start, and he's challenging King Mick now for P7, and he's actually made that move. So Lewis started in P12, but is already to P7, so he's got some incredible pace now, and he's going to be looking to eye up Aaron now in P6. AMK not letting go of Odems though. This is a great battle for P4, and but they're finding themselves 1.5 seconds behind Jola Minuno. So yeah, great battling going on up and down the circuit. Lambo, Cupar Beast and John Avenue all very close together. This is a battle for the lead, and we've got Odems MK very close together. Aaron and Lewis. Look how much time Lewis has gained on Aaron already. Oh, Lewis losing the back end, but I think he's got away with it. I think he hit the wall, but I think that wall actually saved him from doing a full spin. So yeah, Lewis is under pressure now from the Red Bull King Mick, but I think Lewis might have just got away with it. Lewis is a lucky boy, but he is hunting down Aaron now, and he's bringing King Mick and Flying Frame along with him for the ride. From Tom AJ, I think he's got any wing damage. I think he has, and he's dropped 2 seconds behind now, and holding up Tusbus and Boy with No Face. I think Cupar Beast has lost a bit of time, unfortunately, to the leader. He's over a second behind now, so he's still got Joel Aminu right behind him. Odom's going very wide on the last turn. Yeah, and Joel Aminu trying to look for a move, thinks better of it, and AMK does the fastest lap of the race for P5. Obviously, no DRS assistance for the drivers to get past, so slightly more difficult as Tom does pit. So where is Lewis now? Lewis dropping back slightly from Aaron. So, oh no, Aaron and Lewis saw a massive dive bomb there. I think they got the spectator motor up. Yeah, but sorry, Lewis went for a massive dive bomb. Didn't make the move, unfortunately. But yeah, this is a great four-way battle now. This is the P6. As Cupar Beast catches up slightly back up with Lambo in the fight for first place, and Joe Lemon not far behind him, and actually Odems closing in now, it has been said. So Throne having a watchful eye here on what's happening in front of him. King Mick and Lewis double 104 trying to get past Aaron in P6. So there's a bit of a train forming now with Aaron, and Josh and Tuswell obviously cleared that McLaren of Tom now, so Tom 30 seconds behind. He'll be hoping for a safety car, but maybe they can catch back up with Throne as they're going to be battling away now. Yeah, Oden's doing the second out of John Aminu. So and Tusbos has lagged out. No, that's just a shame. I know the feeling. I know the feeling. I think we've got dodgy internet, to be honest. But John Avenue, yeah, not much of a battle forming at the minute. NK still stuck behind Odems. Tom AJ picks up a 5-second stop go penalty, so things going from bad to worse for the McLaren driver down in P12. And actually Foam dropping back slightly here from the battle from them. Yeah, going forward, in fact Lewis is looking to be the next one to start. No, he doesn't make a move there. He looked for it, but no, Aaron coming off nicely. And AMK has got past Odems. AMK, oh, but Odems will come back. It's going to go on the inside. Oh, God, I thought AMK was going to go in the wall there, but no, Odems battling hard and fair there and slots back in behind the McLaren driver. So great battling here between. And Lewis has got past Aaron. Or has he? Owen hanging around the inside. He has it inside the next corner. So great battling here, up and down the grid. Lewis trying to hang around the outside, look for a switch back, and didn't get a great exit, it has to be said. And King, Nick, and Fern looking on, hoping for a situation maybe they can capitalise on. And Lewis, who's gone deep, but Lewis cannot capitalise on. But King Nick maybe trying to make a move past Lewis himself. But no, breaks quite late, quite early compared to the other drivers in that event. No, Dems, I think he might be missing some rim there by looks of it. I can't quite tell on these camera angles. So let's see if he pits or not. He stays out, yeah, and AMK 2 seconds behind, Odom 2 seconds behind Odom's. I'll get that out in a minute. Odom's 2 seconds behind AMK now, and yeah, gaps increasing up at the front. But also the main battle on track is P6, P7, P8, and P9. So it's the Ewan train at the minute. Lewis has gone for some moves, but not able to pull them off, unfortunately. Ewan holding up the drivers on a throw, make contact with the wall. I don't think there's any wing damage. Josh is actually close right in behind us as well, so it's just a 5-way battle now for P6. P6, P7, P8, P9 and P10. You can almost see all of them in one shot here. So usually the one-stop strategy when it's full wet conditions, you usually stop about halfway point in the race, which will for this 31 lap race with that lap 15, 16 sort of time. So you might get a couple of drivers looking for the undercut, but I don't know whether that'll work or not. But we shall see as we still watch this massive battle forming, and Odom's 3.4 seconds behind now. So he's going to be struggling now until he makes his pit stop. And then we go forward with Kim Nick, Josh. Kim Nick having massive contact there. And I think Aaron actually has weathered the storm, no pun intended, in these conditions. Because I don't think Lewis is able to make the kind of moves he was looking for earlier on. Aaron seems to be pulling away ever so slightly now. So yeah, he's clearly weathered the storm as Aaron Kidd does a fast lap of the race, and Josh has got past Foam, and Foam has made a pit stop. That must be for a wing change. I did see Foam make contact with the wall, but I didn't see any. Oh. And AMK's got past Joel. I missed that completely. I don't know what's happened there, but AMK into third place now. But I'm going to pull back with Foam, and yeah, I thought it was a visual glitch. So yeah, unfortunately I missed that. AMK into third place now. So yeah, I don't know whether Joel's made a sort of mistake, because AMK has just got some great pace in these wet conditions. So AMK looking to chase down Q5 Beats. Is 1.7 seconds in front of him. and Lambo got about a 3-second lead now. So yeah, and yeah, still pulling away, and Josh trying to catch back up with the 3 drivers in front of him, but yeah, I don't think he's got the best pace at the minute. I think they're pulling away from him back, actually, to be fair. So I'm going to get back on board the broadcast cam and hopefully get some better camera angles here. There you can see on the left hand side of the screen there, AMK starting to close in now on QPRB, so AMK doing some decent pace here at this stage of the race. Aaron in P6. I think Odin must have some wing damage, but Aaron is not closing in, unfortunately, on that. As Joel Andrew picks up a 3-second time penalty. You can see Boyne face in the background, so 4 cars in the same shot there. So lap 7 of this Grand Prix, and despite the terrible conditions, no one retired from the race yet, so that's quite impressive. So yeah, I'm not sure what the issue with Lewis is, because he had some awesome pace in the initial laps of this race, making up 4 or 5 positions before he even got to end of lap 1. But now he seems to be stuck behind Aaron, and and he's made contact with the wall as well, but I think it was just the back tyre that hit the wall, so no wing damage, I don't think. But yeah, some of the drivers just had to be a bit more careful in these slippery conditions, as they unforgiving track even in dry conditions, never mind when it's full wet. But Aaron seems to have some strong straight line speed, and that's what's helping him stay in front of Lewis, I believe. And AMK actually now is within a second of QRB, so I might go back up to that as Lambert does the fast lap of the race. 3.5 seconds front of QRBs now, so I don't think there's going to be much movement between Aaron and Lewis and Kim Nick, so I'm going to stay on board with this battle for the time being, as the Mercedes of QRBs, who started off in F1 this season, but now finds himself in F2. I think he's already won a race this season, so that's great for him. I believe, I have to double check that. But yeah, AMK hunting him down as Throne picks up 5-second stop go penalty as well. So Throne didn't have a great race in FP on Tuesday, and looks like he's struggling even more now. QPRB's Louis, as we most of us know him, can see Lambo in front of him, but yeah, dropping back even more now as he's battling with AMK. So just over 4 seconds behind now the race leader at a minute. But AMK would like to get past Louis quickly, so he can try and close that gap down. And AMK might have a great run here on Anderson Bridge, but he's going to go for moving inside maybe. No, Louis defends that quite nicely. So I've just gone over an hour and 20 minutes in this stream, and we're on lap 8 of this Grand Prix. I believe the stream on FP on Tuesday night, where we had a restart, was just below 2 hours. So I think we're going to beat it here tonight, and probably in F1 as well. But Lambo does another fast lap of the race, as AMK looks to go down for a move inside into turn 1, and yeah, it gets that move done nicely. Louis not really defending that, to be honest, it has to be said. So he decided to defend the outside line, but AMK, yeah, that move was quite easy, has to be said, and Odem's pitched a physical time penalty. So the question is now, can AMK close down that gap to Lambo, which is 5.5 seconds? So I'm going to back the ball back with Ewan and Lewis and King Nick, with Ewan, yeah, closing ever so slightly on the Odems, but not really at the rate that you would hope to be. As we're on lap 9 now, and yeah, Lewis has been halted in his progress to climb up the grid. I think if you can get past Ewan, you can make some inroads into Odems, but yeah, Lewis might just have had some initial pace, but yeah, he might have. Oh, and I think he's made contact with that wall again, and there was some carbon fibre flown off. I think. Let's see. I can't tell his camera angle anymore. Nico when he does the F6 commentary, he's got the camera angle there. You can see if he's got wind damage or not. I don't know what that camera angle is, to be honest, so I can't tell. I definitely saw something fly off a car, whether it was King or Lewis, I'm not sure. But let's see. If anything decides to pit, I'm going to back onto the broadcast cam. AMK closing slightly, it's 5.1 seconds now to Lambo, so he's got plenty of time to close that lap down in the next 21 or so laps. So King Nick is closed right back up to Lewis, so I don't know whether Lewis was the one who got ring damage or not. But he's staying out, so he's gonna, if he did get ring damage or not, he's gonna try and survive until the pit lane, and to his pit stop. Sorry. One thing I like about these night races, the cars just look so much better in the night races. I think they look awesome, especially cars like the Ferrari. They look so much better. I don't think they look. I think Bahrain is the track where I think they look the best. To be honest, rather than Singapore, but yeah, still night race looks pretty good. And we'll see similar scenes at the end of the season when they race at Abu Dhabi in a twilight race. So we start the day, finish the night. So, but yeah, Bahrain as far as how the cars look on track car, I think that's the best race we can look forward to. Not this season, but maybe next season. So AMK, he's got past Louis now, and he's 2 seconds in front, but he's not really closing massively on Lambo, to be honest. So yeah, we haven't got many battles on track. This is the main battle on track, unfortunately. But Lewis just not able to close in on there and to make a move, unfortunately. And Frome has got past Tom in all of this, so Frome does have the last points playing position at the minute, and I believe Tusmus is he's been lapped now, so yeah, he's still in AI mode. So really we're just down to 11 drivers at the minute. So Frome will be hoping for a safety car so he can catch back up, but yeah, since last patch came out, the safety car has been pretty much non-existent, at least in PSGL terms anyway. And yeah, we're closing also slightly on Odems, about 5.5 seconds now. It was about 6.5 a few laps ago. So yeah, I don't know if Odems is struggling with that wing damage. I think he must have. In fact, Lewis, I think he's struggling now. I think he must have had wing damage because he was all over the back of the area a few laps back, but you know he's dropping back massively now. I think he's got Kim Mick all over him as well. So I think it must have been Lewis did pick up some wing damage when he made contact with the wall. Although in that angle, though, it has been said, it doesn't look like he's had too much wing damage. It could be just Aaron who's got some strong pace around there. And might not be giving Aaron enough credit that he deserves, to be honest. So yeah, from that angle, actually, it looked like Lewis is fine. So yeah, it could just be Aaron doing a very good job at here at a minute. As he's still closing in on the Renault of Odems. Yeah, Aaron now 2.5 seconds in front of Lewis, and Aaron pits. I think they all pit. Lambo pit. They're all pit Vinters. All pit for intermediate tyres. Joe Lamanu has stayed out. Aaron pits. Lewis pits. Owens pits. King Mick pits. Boy with no face stayed out. That's interesting. I did Joe Lamanu. But I think Boy No Face might have had to stay out because of QPR Beast maybe. Throne pits. So yeah, obviously definitely something into it because Tusmus, the AI mode, he obviously the AI knows the best conditions to be in, and he's on intermediate tyres as Tom comes into the pit now. So Stuart, that's interesting. I think that's just another visual glitch. I don't think he got held up too much. I believe, yeah. So yeah, I'm going to ball Joe and Amanu now. So I think he's going to be losing time here. So I don't know why he decided to stay out, but he must have a good reason. And Josh, I think he might have had to stay out because QPR Beast pitted, but I think it must have been enough of a gap between them, I would have thought, but you never know because the animation with the pit crew is quite slow at times. So whether Josh decided to stay out just in case. But I think Joe Lemonu is struggling. Yeah, you can see he's very much struggling here. So he should be pitting in now, and he does so. So Lambo will retake the lead of this race. And he's only 5 seconds behind him, and Joe, 4.5 now, as Joe comes into the pits now. So Lewis told me it was going to be a full wet, but that's a lie. It's going to intermediate conditions. And then boy, Josh now, and Josh has stayed out. I can't think why he would do that, but anyway, yeah, he's struggling as well. I don't know why he would decide to stay out. Interesting. But it's closed the gaps back up quite significantly. Odem is only 2.1 seconds behind Joe Lamanu now, and yeah, Aaron has closed in on Aaron, and Lewis has actually been dropped as well by Kim Mick. So Lewis lost out big time during the pit stop phase. So that's unfortunate for him. And Joe gets past Boy with No Face quite easy there. Josh, I don't know what his thinking is. I think he's bottled this. Well, he wasn't much to bottle. He was only in P10 in the first place. Sorry, P9. But yeah, I think he might have been losing position to Frame at this rate, as he loses position to Odems. And Josh must be coming in this lap surely. Yeah, there's not much spray coming from the cars now. So yeah, and you can see Josh struggling big time as Aaron is. Oh no! Josh has gone to the barriers, so he's definitely going to have to pit no matter what. And he's holding up King Mick big time. Oh, Josh, what were you thinking, man? And yeah, he's. Wow, that's incredible. I cannot. Yeah, I don't know what Josh is doing. And he loses another position to Lewis. He's still 39 seconds in front of Throne Row. So, I mean. So he's got at least a pit stop advantage still. But I don't know what his logic is. Unless he wants to go straight to dry tyres. I don't know. Lewis has caught back up to Kim quite a bit. But there's not much battles on track, unfortunately, anymore. MK has closed in on Lambo. It was about 5 second gap, I believe, but now it's 4 seconds. Cooper base 5.6 seconds, and Jordan Anu 14 seconds. So he's just staying out that extra lap has cost him, well, almost 10 seconds really to Lewis. Sorry, Louis, Cooper base, and yeah, Odems is not that far behind him either. But I think Odems has pulled away from Aaron now, so yeah, that gap back to about 5 and a bit seconds. But Lewis, so Lewis and actually Kim Mick, that is the closest battle on the track at the minute. So I'm going to stay on board with this one. The question is, we're on lap 15, so pretty much at the halfway point of the race. So we'll see if they will garner some dry running here, or we may go back to full conditions. We never know. This is Codemasters after all we're talking about. His Throne picks up another 3 second time penalty. But look at that gap now between it is 23 seconds, so I don't know if Throne is going to actually jump Josh in the pit stop. There's a wing change for obvious reasons. Oh my god. This is either going to be a master stroke where he's lost the position to Throne. Where's Tom? Or this is going to be a complete disaster. I think Tom will jump in. Tom will jump in. So where? No, that track looks really, really wet. I can't believe this is going to work. You can see there's all spray coming out the back of that car as well. Josh, a former F1 driver, so he's got experience behind him. I don't know what he's thinking is here. He's 6.6 seconds, so. And Lewis, yeah, he's losing time. Lewis picks up a 3 second time penalty. Yeah, Josh struggling big time. They still see some rain coming down. This is not the right strategy. Yeah. But, yeah, well. Yeah, he started off 6 seconds behind Tom. He's now 10 seconds behind Tom. But anyway, you can go back on board with Lewis now. As he's looking at the back of King Mick. And King Mick is closing on Aaron as well. So it's back to this battle now between Aaron, King Mick and Lewis. But King Mick was able to overtake Lewis in the pit stop phase. So, yeah. So I think the problem was that Aaron was just too quick for Lewis, unfortunately. But yeah, I think maybe Lewis had to make a wing change. Maybe why King Mick was able to get past him. I don't know. Yeah, disaster for Josh, about 18 seconds behind Tom. As we said, actually, the track does look quite dry, but obviously, I think Josh, if he'd just done the same as everyone else, he would be okay. But yeah, it's just uh, didn't pit in when he needed to for inters, and now he's just pitted one lap too early for the dry conditions. Um, for me personally, I always wait for the beautiful time, but I always wait for DRS and neighbour sun to come up for our pit. I know it's not always the best thing to do, but at least it gives you a good idea when to come in for dries and or going for wet, so it's disabled. But yeah, that's just me. So actually, the gap is closing quite dramatically between Erin and Kim Micken. Has Erin pitted? Erin's pitted, so maybe these are for dry tyres. This is going to be a strange gamble if he does, unless he had contact with. Doesn't look like it's going to be a wing change. He's pitted for softs. He's there the flag in sector 2. I think that must be boy with no face. So that's interesting. Era 25 seconds. Let's see if he's going to close on at all. It's still near Doris and Nibbleside, so that's a massive gamble from the Force India driver. But he is a 3-time F1 champion, I believe, or 2-time, one of those two. So he's got experience. So he knows he's. But no, it looks like he's losing time. It was again too early, I believe. So yellow flags at 2 and 3. Was that Aaron by chance? No, I mean, according to the car, actually, it says he's still got the intermediates on, but yeah, left hand side where it says it's got soft on, that is actually the correct information. Yeah, Josh going very slow now, 49 seconds behind. But it does have to say, though, I will say, it looks like the rain has stopped completely, and there's literally no spray coming out the back of that car. The Joe Amanu pits, or Kimmick and Lewis pit. Still no DRS enabled, and Joel must be following in the footsteps of his teammate. And he goes for those soft tyres as well. I'm still not convinced. The track does look very dry, it has to be said. But yeah, look what's happened to the safety car in the background. That's just doing all sorts of things. So we've got the 2 Saubers on the soft tyres. I don't think Josh is getting any time whatsoever on Tom. So in fact, still losing time. And Aaron, he's got frame all over the back of them. So yeah, the intermediates. DRS has been enabled, but frame is still actually all over the back of Aaron. So I don't know. Maybe those tyres were just. Maybe it's that he heated them up too much. I don't know. Red flag in sector 2. Not sure what that is. It's another yellow flag in sector 2. In Tom pits. And he's gone to the ultra tyres. Wow, that's a very cool. I'm not sure if they're going to go to the end or not, but anyway. So I'm going back up to the main bout on track. Jim King, Nick and Lewis. In fact, actually, Aaron's just pulled away from Throne, actually, so maybe it is time to drop. Well, it is time to time tries because the DRS has been enabled. Yeah, Lambo pits, AMK pits, and Kigarbe's pits have all put on the soft tyres. Evans comes to the pit. Oh, Lewis having a massive moment there. He just managed to save it. So yeah, everyone's coming in for soft tyres now. Oh, Lewis really had to slow down that car not to go into the back of King Mick. They've thrown his only car on the intermediates at a minute, but he will come into the pit soon, I believe. So I think King Mick and Lewis. Where's Joel Emery? Oh, Joel's had to pit again. And Lewis is fast enough of the race, but he's been jumped by Lewis and King Mick. So yeah, it was just one lap too early for him. Yeah, so he's dropped down to P7 now. And Joel Emery, disaster for him. He's down in P8 at the minute. And everyone in dry tyres now. So Josh blowing their face. In fact, now almost getting lapped from by Lambo. Oh no, King Mick is out. Where is that? I'm saying ball of joy. I hate that we can't see it anymore. Doesn't look like there's going to be a safety car. Boy, no, this is a fast lap of the race. How ironic. I didn't see where it is, to be honest. Well, I didn't see his car. His car must have disappeared already. So Frome and John Amanu, this is the closest battle on track now as QRP sets his face with time penalty. So yeah, Frome. This is the battle for. Oh, and Tom's lagged out. Oh, Tom. Oh, he's given up. He's lost his wing. He's just given up. Well, I don't understand why you do that. I mean, you still score points. But anyway, he has his reasons, I suppose. There's another fast lap of the race. So he's going to try closing on Lewis and get back that P6. But the main battle on track now is battle for P7 and battle for P7 between John Amanu and Fine Frome. Frome kissing that wall there, but got away without any damage. So I was just reading some messages at this moment there was not much happening. And I didn't realise actually Nick and Minecraft, who was actually in the lobby originally, is not racing tonight. I don't think that is the case, to be honest with you. So I think Tom, yeah, I think Danny's just given up. He would have scored points, we would have scored a point. But actually, it looks like he's gone back into the car, actually, to be fair, but no, he's still in the I mode. So, yeah. So, yeah, but so really we're just down to 9 runners at the minute. And there's quite some big gaps forming. This is only about on track, so I'm going to stay on board with this one. I thought I was another retirement there, but King Mick just leaving the session. So, just over 10 laps to go of the Singapore Grand Prix, where the stream is now 1 hour and 48 minutes. So yeah, it's been a long stint for me. If I got paid for this, I'll be making some money. So Frome now trying to go around the outside, but no, I think's better of it. So Frome having some strong pace here on the dry conditions. He's having a better race than he did in FP on Tuesday night. Oh, Frome closing under braking. Not lucky not to go in the back. He's going to try and go make a move down the inside here. And I think a bit of it. Actually, both of these guys are on the soft tyres as well. I only just noticed that. Oh, Frome's got past him. I just noticed that as well. Oh, sorry, my phone was going mental there. But Joel Amy actually gets past Frome. Oh no, Joel Emmy's gone very wide at the last corner. Oh, no disaster. Comedy errors there from the Saudi driver. So Frome makes his way to P7 now, 24 seconds behind the P6 guy of Erin. And Joel Emmy, I think he might have damage. Yeah, he's lost 2 seconds behind the Ferrari already. So Lambo looks like he's got this race wrapped up. He's 10 seconds in front of AMK now, who's 5.7 seconds in front of Cubar Beast, and Odem's 4 seconds behind as well. So yeah, some quite big gaps up and down the field, unfortunately. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna. I haven't got much to commentate over the next 8 laps or so. So Lambo, who was already was only 2 points behind Francis, who's no longer in F2, will take the lead of the championship. Legit, if that's what I'm looking for. So yeah, and yeah, he's got quite a big lead now, I believe. I think his closest rival was Odems, who's in P4. So Lambo will extend his lead by a further 8 points. There's already 15 points behind him in front anyway. So yeah, he's going to have a big gap going into the last 2 races of the season. I don't know. I haven't got the camera angle that Nickel has that you can show what wind damage. I don't think Lambo's just a quick driver at the minute. I think he's just been solid all race, to be honest. But let's see if I can see. No, I just cannot see on that camera angle. I don't think Louis is catching up. Well, actually, he has catching up. He was 5.7 seconds, now 3.5. So. AMK must have had a moment there. Oh, he could be right, Razor. AMK looks like he's got damage. Yeah, you at least see a little bit of end plate sticking out, but I can't see anything there. There's a yellow flag in sector 2. I'm trying to see who that is. Can't see anything, so yeah. QPR at base really closing rapidly on MK. Oh my god, I thought Louis was going to get to the wall himself there. So yeah, might actually need to commentate over in the last few remaining laps of this Grand Prix. There's 7 laps to go. Well, 8 laps to go, sorry. A good spot there by the people watching the stream. There's 2 seconds now, the gap between AMK and PGRB. So yeah, actually AMK might not even finish on the podium. It depends how much progress Odem's can make. Yeah, former F1 driver racer, so he's obviously good at some pace. felt like F2 was more comfortable for him, and that's why he's here tonight. But yeah, in less than 1.5 seconds now. He's like a shark in the sea, smelling blood. And you can see AMK, a wounded animal at the minute. It looks like they're going to lap something. I believe that could be Josh. That might be in front of him. I'm not sure. Oh my God! Round the outside. I wasn't expecting that, and keep our beats just round the outside out of nowhere, making that move. A great bit of driving there from Mercedes. And Odins is only 2.7 seconds behind. I don't know what's happened to AMK. I don't know if he's got damage or what, but wow, what move by Lee there. Hopefully that I did catch it on stream. That could be going into the highlight reel. Yeah, I do believe that is Josh in front of these guys. Yeah, AMK coming back massively now from Louis. So yeah, he must have damage, or it's just his tyres. Yeah, I think you're probably right. But then they've been on the same tyres for the same amount of time, so yeah, who knows? I don't know whether Louis on a wheel or on pad, I'm not sure. But yeah, so Odin's only 1.6 seconds behind now. And Odin picks up a first spin time penalty. Pushing that, and he's actually on the ultra soft tyres, so I just noticed that. So I mean, he's still got 5-6 left to go on those ultra soft tyres. How well can he look after those tyres? That is a big question. He's already done 7 laps on them. So yeah, Odam's, when he gets to start pin straight, will have the DRS to help him get past. And might try and get past before then. And we're coming down to the Anderson Bridge, I believe. Louis has got past boy with no face. And puts him on his penalty. And John Amanu is actually pitted and is going to the Hypersoft tyres. Well, he was in P9 anyway, pretty much last place with everybody left in the Grand Prix, so I didn't notice that. John Amanu is, yeah, he's right in the mix here. Oh no, Odom just tapped the back of MK. But it doesn't matter, Odom's just going to get through. But MK, will he try and fight it? No, he doesn't, he yields. He's slightly off track there. I don't know where Jedi came from. He was getting lapped, he must have been getting lapped. He wasn't unlapping himself, surely. But AMK gets a physical time penalty. I don't like knowing the penalty situation, but I think both of these drivers, AMK and Adams, have picked up several penalties over the last Edwards Grand Prix. And Joe Amanu the back of Josh with no face. Josh with no face, Boy with no face. Yeah, actually Joe dropped back behind Boy with no face as well, so I missed that as well. And 5 laps to go in this Grand Prix. We've got a bit of a train here, but we've got battle between P8 and P9, and battle between P3 and P4. John Amu's got a 5-second go penalty, but he's winning 3 flags. What a shame. Of course, Jordan is battling for position with Roy in his face, but he's got to look behind him as Odems wants to come through. Jordan is actually on 1, 2, 3. Oh, and oh my God, Joe! Every opportunity, Bruno face moved over, and Joe overtook him while he was doing that. So yeah, a bit opportunistic there from Jordan. Yeah, can Josh get back past Joe? Don't think so. He's on those soft tyres that have been on for 12 laps. So Joe has got 3 lap older hub soft tyres. 1, 2, 3. Oh, but Bruno face it's got DRS. Oh, but he's gone too wide, but he still gets moved stick. And Joe, oh no, oh my God. There was contact. Joe able to keep out the wall there. That's impressive as we come up to the 2-hour mark of the stream. A great battle going on for P8 and P9. And there's Odin starting to pull away now from MK. Oh no! Oh dear. Yeah, well, Josh is going to pit again, unfortunately. Massive wind damage. He might have put in there a set of hub stuff the next few laps. Wow. So, I mean, this podium, although Odems is pulling away from AMK now, I think it will. Can Odems keep those Ultrasofts in good condition for the next few laps? And obviously the penalty situation as well is going to be an interesting one. I've seen both their names pop up a couple of times at least over the course of his Grand Prix. But Lambo now, a brilliant drive here. It has to be my drive of the day for me. A 20-second lead now. So able to be great in wet and dry conditions. Well, I don't think it matters, to be honest. I mean, he's got a 20-second lead, so I don't think he has to worry about that. So yeah, this is the only battle on track now, to be honest, which is for the final podium position. So AMK closing in and slightly on Odems on that lap, and maybe Odems slightly struggling with the tyres, maybe, or maybe it's just stopping from a tenth here and there between the two drivers, as they're on the penultimate lap of this Singapore Grand Prix. So I think it's been a decent drive from Lewis, started in P12, but was able to make at least 3 or 4 positions at the start of the race, and he lost the position to Kim Mick during the pit stop phase. He was able to get back past through, and he jumped Aaron as well during the second pit stop phase when he went from wets to dry. So decent race from him, but unfortunately, as when he jumped Aaron, he was too far back to close in on MK. But I think the drivers in front had some good pace anyway, to be fair. So we lost, technically the only time we've had in the race is Kim Mick, but Tismus and Tom, who got damaged in the race, just decided to give up. Oh, and we've got another battle here. It's another battle between Bruno Face and Joel Anu. I think Joel Anu's tires have gone off already, and he's only done. Oh, no, he's made a pit stop. He's made a pit stop. I didn't realise that. So Bruno Face has actually done one more lap on those tyres. So this is the for battle for P8. So on the last lap of this Grand Prix. I'm going to have to go back on board with Lambert though, because he is on the last lap of the Singapore Grand Prix, and he will win the race. So I think it's a bit. He hasn't actually had much airtime during the Grand Prix, to be fair. So I think it's all right that we should give him some airtime as he is on his last lap. So yeah, like I said, my driver of the day, a very dominant performance here. I raced the pointed out in the stream. Don't think he's got any penalties, so that's impressive. Unlike Boy No Face, I think he's just had 2 fishing and time penalties in the space of half the lap. Odem's actually has pulled away from MK, so he turned off second, so that could be crucial. As Lambo comes around the last corner and wins the Singapore Grand Prix. A commanding, dominant performance there from the Toro Rosso driver. So we're just going to go and board the drivers as they cross the line. And it's been a good driver from Louis, just not able to have the pace from Lambo there. Yeah, and we will see if Oden's will keep that P3. Oh, and yeah, Oden's staying in P3 there. So Lewis will come in P5. So Oden's from return from illness. On his first race after return from illness, picking up a podium place there. So good stuff there. And watch Ewan now. Coming on P6. And Joel Angley beats Josh for P8. And Throne Wilson P7. So that is your Singapore Grand Prix, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed that. That was the longest stream I've ever done. Never usually stay up this late for 5 to 10 on a school night, and I'm ill as well. So I'm going to quickly ignore that, and I'm going to invite the guys to the podium interviews. So there you can see it on screen, and this has just started raining again. Wow. So there you go, you can see it on screen. I won't bother reading it out, as I'll get these interviews done pretty quickly. Okay, guys, the invites have been sent out, so we will see if we get any joining us tonight. To be honest, I won't be disappointed if I don't, because I can go to bed, but we'll also see. We'll give it a couple of minutes. And we do have at least one person here. So I will, like I said, I'll wait for a couple of minutes and see if anyone else joins.
Lambo's not joining. He's gone off.
Oh,
Hi
right,
guys.
okay. Hello. Right, okay, yeah, so Lambo's not joining us. So, yeah, so congratulations to both of you guys on that. What must have felt like an age during that,
Mm.
during tonight. Um, but yeah, so start with you, Louis, first. Obviously, great qualifying, but unfortunately, you obviously made inroads at the start of the race, but just didn't have the pace to match Lambo, unfortunately, did you? It was just a matter of managing the tyres, or was there any other issues, or was it just him being quicker on the night?
No, Lambo is just way quicker than me today. So yeah, right from the first lap, he just pulled away, and I couldn't get near him. Just way faster, like a second a lap, at least on the dry tyres. So yeah, just not quick enough.
Okay, well, a decent P2 for you anyway. So obviously, this is the first time I've got to speak to you since you've been in F2. So perhaps you can tell us your decision to move from F1 down to F2 during the season.
Yeah, I just kind of had to put too much time into practice for F1, so I don't have much time right now with lots of schoolwork and stuff. So I just decided to move to F2 where I won't have to practice too much. Because if I was doing this sort of practice in F1, well, I wouldn't be anywhere near the points. I'd probably be like last. So just be a
Yeah.
bit more competitive, have a bit more fun, really.
Okay. Cool. Right. So moving on to third place man Odems. Odems, great qualifying position on your return after your illness, but yeah, what happened at the start of the race? You seemed to lose four positions. Perhaps you can explain to us what happened there.
That was easily the worst start I've ever had in my life. Um, and I get a lot of bad starts, so that makes it even more impressive. Uh, yeah, it just bogged down. I think AMK went down my inside and just sort of bumped me off, so I couldn't really go anywhere and went wide. And had to give the position back. So I was just, I was in the rain following cars. I have to push. I had no traction, and I just got for wing damage, put it in the wall, and that was pretty much it. How I got back to third, I'll never know, but somehow did.
Yeah, I think
Hold on.
AMK was struggling with tyre temps, and that's probably.
Mine were red.
Oh right, so yeah,
My ultras, they were actually red.
I
yeah,
thought they were because you were catching like 2 seconds lap at some point, but then like you suddenly just
Died.
stopped like catching me. So
Yeah.
unlucky with that. But yeah, good job anyway.
yeah, decent performance there. So obviously Brazil is the next track next week. So Louis, tell us, is that a track you're looking forward to racing next week?
Uh, yeah, I don't mind it. It's all right. It's not one of my best tracks. It's never been, but it tends to be all right for racing. So yeah, hopefully PSN doesn't mess up
Yeah,
this next week. But yeah, it's
uh,
all right.
and yeah, same question to you, Odems.
I love Brazil, but I'm not like it's not my quickest track, which is a shame. So hoping for I need a good result to get the championship, but yeah, if Lambo's watching, GG, you prick. Hopefully I can get some points back in Brazil. I really threw that one away on lap one. Really annoyed, but yeah.
Yeah,
Oh well.
okay, but decent result for both of you guys. So yeah, that's pretty much us done for tonight, guys. Thank you for sticking around for what seems like an eternity. And yeah, see you guys next Sunday for F3. Or if you want to watch me race tomorrow night in FP, you're welcome to do that. But until then, I'll see you guys soon. Cheers.